Sí, ahora hemos puesto al revés. Look how came.
Thì ở đều đây là ¿Hacia el perro?
Absolutamente perfecto. So basically what we're doing is we're splicing this wood, of course, because you cannot buy 18 meters long. So this is 2.5 and this is 2.5, and when we get here, you know, one of them is higher than the other. So what we're doing is basically Eugenia is going with the river, lifting it up. Once both of them are at the same height, I clamp it with this automatic clamp, so it stays like that, and then we screw from the back a piece of wood. We are leaving a piece of wood underneath it because later on we will put some piece of rebar to hold the form in place, so it's not like, you know, it won't be touching the floor, it will be like lift from the floor. But right now we are not doing that, so I don't want to put too much stress on the screws that we are using to splice both forms. So we're just putting a piece of wood underneath so it can support the weight, and the screws don't need to support all the weight. So now this form is set, both of them at the same height, and I'm using this piece of wood to connect them both. Now this top line is a long straight line, or kind of. So now we can screw. As you all might know, for the past 3 years we have been living off the grid, meaning that we produce 100% of the electricity that we use with our solar panels. Knowing that you produce all the electricity that you need to live and work gives you a great sense of freedom and autonomy. And I've been doing some research in order to extend that same feeling in other areas of our lives, and I decided to add this Anker Solix F1200 portable power station, the Powerhouse 757, into our setup. It is an extremely solid product that will help us get electricity into areas where we currently have problems, like at the building site, where I will no longer need to be extending more than 70 meters of cable in order to power our tools and recharge the batteries. Our new lounge area, which by the way we have not shown you yet, or to our weekend adventures in our truck, which by the way I haven't been filming lately just because it's a good time for us to decompress and be able to work from the outside instead of being always sitting inside the cabin working in the computer. The unit that I chose has a long-lasting lithium iron phosphate battery, which will remain as new for up to 3000 charge cycles. That means more than 10 years of use if you actually use it every day. I can plug it into an AC outlet and charge it from 0 to 80 in just 1 hour with their HyperFlash technology. In my case, the electricity of all of our outlets come from our solar panels, but you can also charge it in any regular outlet at home, or connecting solar panels directly to this port right here, or even charge it using a standard car outlet. Also, it just looks so good. The design is extremely clean. It is a fantastic looking product and with extreme care for details, which is something I do value very much in all the tools and products that I own, as it makes me happy to use them. And the two handles make it very easy to carry around. It has an unibody drop-proof design that makes it sturdy enough to withstand even the harshest conditions, like at the building site. And come on, the ambient light. They have thought about everything. Most of the time, when you are in need of using the power station, you find yourself dark at night without any light, so having this LED bar is extremely helpful. That way I don't need to worry about bringing a flashlight with me every time that I need to use it. And last but not least, Anker Solix backs it up with an unprecedented 5 years warranty, which is a big deal for me, and it's a solid proof that they are very confident in the products they make. Anker Solix is hosting their first Fans Day event until July 2nd with multiple membership exclusive benefits for those who join the Anker Solix Fans Club, which includes the highest discounts they have made in all 2023 and many other exclusive membership benefits. Make sure to check her out and don't miss this opportunity. Be an Anker Solix fan like me, register to become a member, and enjoy all the member exclusive benefits now.
Ay. que... Perfecto.
Now we have this one here in the line, no? It should be like that. Then, so we're gonna just put that one, no? Up to where we don't have a clue, no?
Yes, we do. Until there is no floor anymore.
So this is the corner that we're basing everything off. We already labeled this morning with the receiver. Hopefully it's okay because it's already set. Oh, Jenny, we need to raise it up. The whole thing, yeah. And this one? This one is good. Oh, at least this one is good, but that's sagging. We don't need to do this now, eh?
Yeah, but tomorrow we don't have light. With the lights, the laser doesn't work.
But it's almost, it's like 2 millimeters down or 3. But I think it's not worth to spend another 2 hours trying to get this right, because on top of this foundation is gonna be a 12 centimeter slab. Also here the slab is gonna be 12.2 and there is gonna be 12.0. Alright guys, good night. Now that we have these forms all straightened out and in a perfect line, we're gonna go in 10 meters sections and measure 10 meters mark. There's a lot of wind, so I don't know if you're hearing me. I will let my producer know. We're gonna go the first 10 meters marking the form, then another 10 meters marking the form, and then I will do the 11 meter 89 centimeters, so that way at least I can have somewhat accurate dimensions, you know, because trying to get the whole length, there is no way we're gonna do it. We're gonna be off by centimeters, not millimeters. Lolita's enjoying a pipe. Lolita, this is a very serious building site. We're having issues again, as I said yesterday, with the receptor of the laser. It's not giving us proper accurate readings. During this day I was able to see barely the line. Up to half of it I was able to actually know, I was seeing the line. I didn't need the receptor even though it was beeping. We don't see the line anymore because it's too bright, and the red laser is just awful. Don't buy red lasers, buy green. So now we don't know, we're just winging it, to be honest, at this moment. So we did from this corner all the way there. Alright, the light is much better now, so we're gonna check with the laser and see if we can see the actual red line. It looks pretty good, that corner and the other corner on the other side. They are both pretty much at the same height, down to the millimeter. Now I'm checking in between boards. This one, for example, is perfect. And I saw a few there that maybe were like a mil off. One up or one down, which is not a big deal anyways. I think this is pretty good, man. Very happy with this. I'm connecting these two guys together. It's the first line of the interior of the foundation, and I'm placing a stick like this here, so I'm able to connect them without screwing, you know, from inside. Because if I screw with it from the inside, once the concrete is there, there won't be a way for me to remove the forms. So I need to be careful not to put any hidden screw where I won't be able to remove it later. Later I won't be able to remove this one, of course, but this stick is screwed over here, so I just need to remove it there. And now with these two lines, as you can see, it's starting to feel like super solid, so that's good news. And this interior line doesn't need to be an exact, so I'm just making sure that it's 30 centimeters because that's what the engineer specified. And but it doesn't need to be like completely straight or anything like that, just as long as it's 30 centimeters. Just making sure that this line is horizontal, so this guy and that guy sit in the same level. Not 100% necessary, because you know it could be a couple of mils off and it won't be a big difference, but just to make it nice and organized, I'm doing it that way. So for example here, as you can see, well, I don't know if you can see it from there, but the bubble is telling me that this is higher, so I'm gonna remove a couple of the chims that I put there, pieces of wood that I put, and now I use this triangle shaped one to make it the final adjustment. Or, I mean, I'm trying to make it horizontal, if I'm being honest, just to make it perfect, as perfect as I can. Now I make sure this is 30 centimeters, and I will put this guy here. I'm gonna mark 30 centimeters on this stick, and I know where I need to screw this guy. Before I screw here, I'm gonna make sure this is 90 degrees, because I didn't do it in the other, and to be honest, it's bothering me now. This is all the wood that we need to finish the foundation. It's been a real workout, even though I ran this morning like 15 kilometers. So it's my second workout of the day. But I'm getting much stronger, man. It's like the first time I did this a few weeks ago, I was destroyed, and today I'm not even like sweating. So that means that I'm getting in shape. If you wanna get really strong, you don't need a gym, you just need to build your house. And I'm also trying to keep Eugenia off this type of tasks, you know, because she's super strong, but then she doesn't know the limits of her body. I don't want her to hurt herself, so I'm trying to keep, for now on, all these type of tasks that are just pure, you know, brutal force to myself. And I do enjoy doing this, so it's like meditation and a workout at the same time. I have a pipe here that is gonna be embedded in the concrete, in the foundation, as you can see. So I couldn't put this board double because, you know, this big pipe was in the middle. So what I did, I just put one, put it in place, put it horizontal, perfectly level, and the right distance between this guy that is already set. And now I came with a single one, and I'm going to mark the cut that I need to do to this board in order for it to fit. I would like it to be as less as possible, you know what I mean? So the concrete doesn't flow out. I'm not too sure how much that is. I guess we're gonna find out very soon. I'm gonna do just one sample cut and see if we can figure it out. Need to cut deeper. Oh no, I need to cut like... I don't think I need to cut anything. I think this is too raised from this side. There we go, man. To cut a little bit more. Alright guys, things are looking quite good. I was able to get all this done, to get this started, this line, which was a little bit tricky to be honest. This morning I did this and that one, and yesterday I didn't film it because it was a bummer, man. This corner here that sticks out was done wrong when we started, so it was supposed, as you can see here, I had to add this little portion there. It was like 10 centimeters and a half exactly. This return here was here, and I catch it just because I knew this guy had to be symmetrical to the next guy that is gonna be there, and that's the old guy that was here before. It took me like almost, I would say, 3/4 of a day, but at least I caught it, because once you pour concrete there is no way to get this kind of details well again. That corner would have been there, and then this corner would have been here, and it would have been very bad. But luckily I caught it, and I am afraid that this is gonna be also wrong. I was able to get all this done, man. I'm super happy. All this line is now done. Now that I'm attaching these horizontal lines, I'm able to actually force this line to be perfectly in line with the string that we have here. So now finally things are coming along, you know, everything is like a perfect straight line. It's not 100% perfect, I don't want to say that, because then when you build it you're gonna say, what's going on, mine is not perfect. This is not 100% perfect. For example, this guy here, it goes off a little bit, I don't know if you can see it, but then I will force it. I will be putting diagonals like this, and I will force them to go a little bit in, like this, you know, because then when you pour the concrete is gonna push it out. It will eventually line up with the line, hopefully. Right now I'm just missing that portion over there that I need to fix. Same mistake that I did here. I will be also closing this end because we're gonna pour up to here, and we are not gonna pour, of course, this hole, but I think we're gonna pour all the foundation and all this in one. So I need to get this done, close this one there, fix that up, and continue over there. This hole is gonna be a second pour, just because we don't wanna, you know, make it too complicated for the pour. We're gonna do first the grate beams, and then we will do the hole, and then we will do the slabs. And also the slabs, I think we're gonna divide it in a couple of pours, 2-3 pours, just so we have, you know, an area that we can control. And anyways, the house is like 200 square meters, so you will need to do control joints. If we divide the pour, we already have a line, you know. So that's the idea. The idea is to first pour the grate beams, which I'm working on it right now, and then we will most likely pour the floor of this area, and then we will move to this slab, the walls of the hall with the slab, I think, not quite sure. And then at some point, I think here where the kitchen is, we're gonna cut this second pour over here and then pour this other slab. It's starting to look like we're getting this under control, to be honest. I went home after finishing, I think, that section over there for a break, and then I decided to come back, and I was able to do this in like less than an hour and a half. I think I got the gist of it, and I'm doing it faster now. I haven't been filming for the past 3-4 days, and I was able to get all this done already, all these forms up to there. And now I just need to continue with this section over here, where I think it's gonna take me like 2-3 days more. I'm gonna try to film myself a little bit more. It's just, you know, it takes more time to do things when filming. But if I don't film this now, then we won't have any footage. I'm gonna try my best to film how I close this area here and how I do this last one. Everything is looking quite good. I developed a system to be able to do it alone, because Eugenia is doing other things, and I'm going quite fast, if I'm honest. It's not being too much work, I think. Hopefully by the end of the week, today is Wednesday, and by the end of the week on Friday I will have this closed here and everything ready for rebar. This area over here is going to be the sunken living room. I think I already mentioned it. This grate beam is, as you can see, is flying, you know, it's flying all over that trench. That trench is because we're gonna put a couple of drains, pipes, so if there is water going into the sunken living room, of course outside the concrete, then the water can go out. Today my plan is to get up to the half of it, so I better start working because it's like 11 a.m. already. I worked out this morning and had a coffee and breakfast. I was accumulating a bit of mistakes here and there, a little bit of errors. In this case, for example, it's a huge one, so it's good that I'm cutting it. So when I put the next one, it sits pretty much butt to butt, and they keep going horizontal. Now this end is perfectly perpendicular to this top part, which is what I'm using as a reference, and just makes things a little cleaner, I think. It's just maybe 2 minutes more of work, but you do things right once and you don't do it twice. I don't have an easy way to know that this line is actually perpendicular to these two guys. So what I'm doing is measuring 8 meters 62 centimeters there. I put a nail. I'm gonna measure 8 meters 62 centimeters, the same distance there. I'm gonna put a nail, and then I'm gonna run a string. That way I can, you know, at least make sure that this line is where it belongs, because it could go like this, you know, or like this. I mean, I can do it by eye. I would say this is pretty solid, but I'd rather double check. Dámela aquí, niña. ¿Ah? Dámela aquí. tomorrow more. It's been a few days since I grabbed the camera for last time. Been working my way through all the way till the end, so it has taken me around 3 weeks or so of very hard labor to get all this done, but it's looking quite good, to be honest. I'm very happy. I'm double checking all the time dimensions, and I feel very good when I double check one dimension that I calculated in the plan, and then I come here, I start from one side and then I come to the other, and I double check what the rest is, and it matches what it was supposed to be. Very excited to be able to move forward the next stage of the build. I'm expanding right now in a walk-in closet that we're gonna have in our room. So we're gonna access through a corridor over there. This is gonna be a walk-in closet. That's our main room, and all this on this west side of the house is gonna be our main bathroom. I need to form still the walk-in closet because all the walls are gonna be structural bearing. That means that all the walls will carry load from the roof to the ground, so we need to have proper foundation underneath them. Maybe it's a one overkill, but price-wise it's pretty much the same in terms of steel, and at the same time you need to work a little bit more because you need to do more foundations. But then the spans, the distance between walls is shorter because you also have some other places where you can rest the joist. So it's a trade-off. Yeah, I decided to put more work on the foundation and have a more solid house, alleviate the load of each structural member, because if you have more walls that carry the load down, then each wall will carry less load. Anyways, I'm going to technical right now, and some of you don't like it. I really don't care. It's been quite 3 weeks. Felt like an endurance race where you couldn't think about the end goal, because if not you wouldn't be able to keep working. It was way too much to think about, so I just focused on the next board and kept going board by board, making sure that everything that I do is horizontal, clamped, well leveled, and in the exact location that I need it to be. I think 1 day of work more today and I should be done. Should be able to show you what the forms look like.